Alright, so this is specifically the Tim Beeson texts. Here, Natalie is typing to Tim Beeson. Sean walked to 120th and I-25. He said 100 plus blocks. That's literally 3 minutes from my house. I am so scared. I thought she was still in Virginia. Now, the very next message is from Tim. It says, I'm sorry, Poke. I fell asleep. My phone is next to me now. My gun is loaded. My door isn't locked. And she types back, mine is too. There's one in the chamber. I don't feel safe. So these people literally have guns to shoot me because I'm trying to get them to stop. They're going to kill me because I'm trying to get them to stop. Meanwhile, when I walked to 120th and I-25, I was walking to meet Miss Peaches at her house on 120th and Melody so that I could get a ride to go see Miss Natalie because she had asked me to. Because she had promised to call off the fucking crazy. And now she's scared because I walked by her house. No, I walked by her house because I was walking up Federal to go see Miss Peaches. The address that was on there on that protection order for Miss Natalie was her grandparents' house, according to Danica. So she's literally pretending like I'm trying to hurt her. She's paranoid of me walking to go see Miss Peaches. All right? I walked from 120th, and it wasn't 120th and I-25, it was 120th and Melody, but Melody is right next to I-25. But I literally walked that 100 plus blocks, and she writes 100 plus blocks. In our texts, I told her 60, so she was spying on my Facebook. Her and her friends were doing this to me, and I'm being treated like I'm fucking paranoid? No, she's the one who's being irrationally fucking paranoid because she's on drugs. And everybody throws that part out the window. That this little girl was a grown adult who was on drugs. Tim Beeson got her to have sex with him by giving her drugs. And who was it that got her hooked on those drugs? It was her fucking dad. So, because I went to go see Miss Peaches to do as Miss Natalie had asked me to do, which is go to Starbucks on University and Pearl, because I had done that. See, this is 12/18. All right? December 18th. That walk that I made was on December 15th. December 15th. I started walking on December 15th so that I could make it to Miss Peach's house on December 16th in time to catch a ride to go meet Natalie at her request in Boulder, Colorado. So she's paranoid that I'm doing what it is that she asked me to do. So I'm being judged by her paranoia that's based on drugs and her trying to hide her drug use. So here it is, either on the 18th or the 17th. I don't know, because he types back, I'm sorry, Poke, I fell asleep. My phone is next to me now. My gun is loaded. My door isn't locked. She typed, mine is too. There's one in the chamber. I don't feel safe. I didn't feel fucking safe! I was having people literally threatening my life! The cops wouldn't do a goddamn thing! Matty Bull wouldn't do a goddamn thing! Natalie wouldn't do a goddamn thing! Alicia wouldn't do a goddamn thing! Joanna Taylor wasn't doing shit! Pretty fucking words! Just pretty fucking words! So Tim replies to her, do you want to leave the house for a while? I'll drive you around. This is on the 18th at 6:22 a.m. She types back, it's okay, it's early. I don't mean to worry you. Cops are patrolling my house every couple hours. They didn't fucking need to. I was done with her by that point. When they handed me the protection order on the 16th in the Starbucks on University and Broadway, the very same Starbucks that I drew that picture of Samuel L. Jackson for her, that is the exact same Starbucks. And the cops are patrolling her house. They don't need to. The cops should have fucking called me. I need my fucking phone records so that I can prove they never fucking called me or even tried. Tim typed, I was out getting smokes. I figured I'd ask. That's good that they are doing that. Here's that picture. And she sent back, you can if you want, hun. I just don't want to be a bother. I didn't want to be a bother either. I wanted to be left the fuck alone and see my loved ones. It's her favorite selfie, by the way. Actually, I guess that's Tim's favorite selfie. And she types, ha 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 ha, that was perfect. And I don't see what the picture is, but... And then he types back, I'd love to see you, but I don't mind letting you rest first. She typed, oh my God, that made me cry a little bit. I'm going to go back to sleep for a bit. Maybe we can go get coffee today if you aren't busy. And then she types, hey, hun, are you coming tomorrow? If you can't, I understand. I think I'm going alone tomorrow. And this is the 21st of December. This is a day before court. I don't even know I have a fucking court date because I haven't looked at the paperwork, and I don't have money to go anyway. I'm still fucking pissed off that I wasn't able to get a fucking protection order against Tim or these other people who were assaulting me. Anyway, 12/22/17. Sean didn't show. They gave me a permanent protection order. He typed, I'm glad that all worked out in your favor. Congrats on that victory. Sorry I didn't get back to you sooner. She typed, if I ever go missing, he did it. If I end up dead, someone tell the cops it was him. I'm not even joking. She set it up to frame me for her fucking murder. Because I exposed her dad. She didn't care how much hell that she put me through. She was ashamed because she got fucking exposed. She had called me on the 13th. I was fucking sleeping. She called me on the 13th, literally the day after I exposed her dad. Right? When she posted all of that shit on her Facebook that was 90% lies. And at no point in time was I allowed to fucking stand up to my accusers. Alicia Bollinger, if she was willing to fucking get on the stand and tell the truth, if she really believed in Jesus, which I doubt that she does. I doubt it. I think she does it for attention. I think she pretends to be Christian so that she can get help. So that she can get free shit by batting her eyes. So she literally framed me for her murder. She framed me for her dying. To punish me for exposing the men who actually molested her and actually fucking raped her. He typed, noted, but I'd rather not have those thoughts in my head. I do think he will prove your point in court, though. I feel so much like arming you, I worry for you. She didn't need to be armed. I wasn't out to hurt her. I was out to get these people to stop. She typed, I'm worried. He typed, well, yeah. Like I said, if you feel like you need it, my door is open anytime. Don't even... And then it doesn't have anything for a bit. He also typed, I have a gallon of apple juice. This is strangely satisfying. She typed, I hate apple juice. It gives me a headache. I've had people be crazy. Have I had people harass me? I've never felt bad for someone while I've been afraid of them. I honestly feel that Sean would tie me up in a basement and no one would hear from me again. I wasn't interested in tying anybody up in a basement. I was interested in getting these people to fucking stop. At this point, she'd already decided that she was going to have somebody kill her. She had probably decided that on the 13th, when she decided that she was going to slander my name and frame me for shit that I didn't fucking do. And then here's some more threats from Tim Beeson. Well, then I won't give you any. I'll get you something else to drink. I would be forced to kill him in the slowest and most painful way. And then, of course, he skips some stuff because he doesn't want to show it all. Mostly because I'd just like to hear what you have to say. Also, I have a gallon of apple juice. This is strangely satisfying. See, it's fucking missing a bunch of stuff. And then here's another part, and it's at a fucking context too. It doesn't have the dates on it, so we don't know when this is. It says, I guess I'm reading your texts in the wrong tone. I'm sorry you're upset. See, exactly. Exactly. That's why I hate texting. Me and Natalie had already agreed that if we took something wrong in texting, we would talk to each other. We would call each other and talk it out. And here she is saying, I'm sorry, I'm reading your tone wrong. You can't read somebody's tone. That's why you have to talk. But after you've typed 30 fucking things and taken 30 things wrong and now you're pissed off and then you finally call, that's when there's an issue because now you're screaming. Anyway, I'm sorry you're upset. I wish I could do something. It matters to me because you matter to me. Sorry, was on the phone with the police. Scene has already violated the protection order by saying he's going to hunt you and my dad. No, I said I was going to hunt them before she got the protection order. And that's the thing. I needed help. I didn't know how any of this shit worked. At this point, I was already in contact with Jeff Ritter trying to get a fucking lawyer. And Jeff Ritter needs to come forward about this. And then here's on the 28th when she disappeared. She'd already decided that she was going to kill herself and frame me for it. I'd been trying to get someone to kill me for over a year over what these people had fucking put me through. But I wasn't allowed to show anything. And when I talked to Jennifer Dejowski and I talked to that Josh feller, like, they totally went out of their way to slander my name and try to frame me because they assumed I was guilty too. And then they want to spout pretty bullshit and that makes it okay. She typed, I just have to take care of a few things first, hun, because he was inviting her for a fucking bike ride. Tomorrow will be nice enough for a bike ride. Hit me up. See, it's out of order. But that's the thing. She types, I have to take care of a few things first, hun. He types, okay. Parking the bike for today. It's cold. Making myself lunch. Guess I'll just wait for you to hit me up when you got time. I don't seem to have very good timing at all. Timing and all, I guess is what he typed. Talk to you later. And then he types, has she been found? So this is after Joey Moreno has called him. And I'd already been called by this point too. I'm trying to find Natalie while people are slandering my name. I've literally been trying to get everyone I know to fucking help me with this. And nobody's helping. Nobody cares. And I'm an evil person for not knowing how to take screenshots. For exposing her dad and Ted. And yes, I absolutely hunted them for their words. These people are evil men. Now I threatened to retaliate. And I did. I exposed them with her emails. And she's playing on the 18th Like me walking to Miss Peaches to meet Miss Natalie means that I'm stalking her to her house 3 minutes away. 3 minutes away by walking? Or 3 minutes away by bike? 3 minutes away by what? What was Natalie's old address? We'll see. My car was busted at the time. It had a steering column issue, and I got a text message from Miss Laura Nelson, so I can prove that too. That issue existed before I got the car. And then I had that issue in Virginia, and I thought it was the power steering. And then I had that issue at Ken and Leah's. Like, this was an ongoing issue with that car. It was a dangerous vehicle to drive, and I'm not fucking mentally able to drive safely, and I'm making trips to Nebraska all the time, making trip to Nebraska after trip to Nebraska to see Nicole Peralta, my therapist at the time. And I'm trying to get a new therapist in Colorado, and I need a therapist over the shit that I'm going through over Natalie Bollinger and her fucking bullshit. She could have sat down and talked with me like a human being. She could have talked to me on the phone like a human being instead of calling me at fucking butt crack of early in the morning, telling me I fucked things up way worse with her and her family, and then hanging up. Like, I seriously thought I dreamed that. I'd tried going to Pierre. I tried going to JoJo. I tried going to Ryan. I tried to go to anybody that I could that could fucking help. She had help. She had help framing me. She had Tim Beeson's help framing me. She had Sword and Scales help framing me after she was dead. She had the police's help in framing me because they didn't do their job. I was the one, literally, I was the one whose life was being threatened by Tim Beeson, among others, for shit that I didn't do. And I want to see just one fucking text message from anybody where Natalie says that I fucking raped her, where she says that I molested her. I shouldn't have had to do that. I was trying to get Joanna Taylor's help so that me and Maddie could hash it out. Meanwhile, circumstantial bullshit that I didn't choose and didn't ask for was used to threaten, harass, and fucking harm me. And that magistrate shouldn't have allowed that fucking address onto that paperwork. And I threatened to sue him over that. Later on, he presided in 2 cases that I was prevented from going to. Miss Shelley's and Miss Danica's. Even without my telephone, I have enough evidence to prove that I was trying to help. I wasn't trying to hurt them. I was trying to get their help because still the police would do nothing. I was hoping that Danica and Shelley were going to help like they had claimed that they would. And this Kara Miles lady would help like she claimed that she would, but they were busy playing head games. That pocket dial was made for a reason, to try to fucking frame me. It was to try to send me into a fucking panic attack. And it did that. And these people kept on pulling shit like that. To make me afraid that Ted Bollinger had done bad things to them. But by preventing me from going to court, and I had fought hard to try to get that goddamn court date, I needed someone to go in with me so these cops couldn't lie without me having a fucking witness that they fucking lied. And I got all the evidence. I just have to go through it all, and there is so fucking much of it.